Proverbs 6:7. Having no guide, overseer, or ruler. You know, we take direction from the Lord. That's where we get our direction from. But oftentimes the Lord will put people in our lives to help us know where we're going just as much. Okay. John 14. 8 through 10. John 14, 8 through 10. Okay. Philip says to him, Lord, show us the Father. It satisfies us. So he wanted to see the Father. It wasn't the fact that he had lack of faith, he had doubt. He just wanted to see the Father. And this was something Moses wanted to do. He wanted to see God, but God told him that he couldn't see his glory because he couldn't handle it. And as people, we can't. Because we're in that state where we have sin. The flesh got to go away for us to be able to see the Father. Our flesh is forgiven through Christ. We've removed the flesh, but we're still have it, We're not bound to the flesh, but the flesh is still there. Otherwise, we'd not have struggles with sins. But we do as Christians. Jesus says to him, have I been so long time with you, and yet have you not known me? Philip, he that has seen me has seen the Father, and how says you then show us the Father? He's saying, because you've seen me, you've seen the Father. There is no distinction, there's no difference. The only thing is that the Father, most likely, is just fully spirit. A fully spiritual being. There would have been no point for him to come in the likeness of human flesh, because this is what Jesus came. So the Father's completely spiritual being, most likely. So that's this distinction. But for him to know, and he isn't saying seen. No, he does say seen. But it's more, you've seen me, you know me. Of course you know who the Father is. You don't need to see him. When we come to Christ, we receive the Spirit today. And what the Spirit tells us is what the Lord tells us. So we know God's direction from the Spirit as well as His Word. So between the two, we know God. We have a relationship with Him, and He knows us. So we don't need to see Him in this life to know where He's leading us, because His Spirit guides us. We don't need to see Him to know He's real. There's no purpose for us to see Him before our time. Verse 10. Believe you not that I am in the Father, and the Father in me? The words that I speak to you, I speak not of myself, but the Father that dwells in me, He done the works. As Christians, we're to do what the Lord leads us, and not do our own thing. Jesus was the earthly embodiment of the Father. So what He did was the Father's will. Ideally, as Christians, we're to do what the Lord's will is. But we have sinned. Jesus didn't, so everything He was doing was exactly the same as what the Father would do. He's God. So their wills would not conflict. We as Christians, have sinned, and that conflicts with God's will. And we can't say, well, no, we try to do the Father's will. Jesus did it. As Christians, when we share God's word and share the scriptures, it should be God's word. But oftentimes people state their own opinions that have no basis in the word whatsoever, and this is where twisted doctrines come from.